Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for yet another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I will be your cameraman and caster for today. We have the Summer Rumble Invitational Cup Round 2 of the Double Elimination Playoffs, and this is actually going to be the winner bracket, so nobody's going home today. It's going to be a fight to stay in that winner bracket between Fear Factory and Judgment. Judgment did get the W last week, and they are going to advance further, and this is who they have to play next. In Fear Factory, since technically they'll be the top seed, they're going to choose to let Judgment go first as Survivor, and here we go. 4 chapters of Left 4 Dead 2 start now. Opening hit will be Boomer, Charger, Smoker, and the Hunter. Hunter will land. Charger comes in late, gets a fifth. A nice one boom, and the Smoker gets a pull, and the Smoker and Boomer do die off towards the end. And that'll be a great sack order, and you know what comes in after that? Charger, Hunter, Jockey, Spitter, and that's exactly the set of spawns they want for this. But a good job by Judgment holding that W key. Boom Survivor is not slowing down whatsoever. A little separated from their team now. Let's see if Fear Factory get their spawns up. And Judgment chooses not to blitz this. And now they have to take a full set of spawns here. Melon's going to be front shotgun. They're going to have 2 shotguns, 2 Uzis. Go over the roster rundown right after the next hit comes in. And here it comes. Hunter comes in. The Charger will land. Actually, the Charger will land. The Hunter does not find his target. And now they could be able to push forward.
Right there here.
Probably get this tank up and start running back. So far, they lost 12% of their bonus. And it's not too bad if you're Fear Factory. 6% per hit before tank. Not too shabby. They might try to make a play on the car alarm. They'll allow the boom to happen. This is pretty common for the Boomer to sit there. And the Charger will miss. Boomer gets popped far enough away that it doesn't set the car alarm off. People might be like, why didn't that car alarm go off? The Boomer was right there, but it's because the Survivor who shot it was far enough away. And this will be the first tank of the game for Fear Factory in the hands of Manzano. And we'll go over the rest of his teammates, which will be NF, Meister, Zyko, Chris. For Judgment, we have Jimmy, Loki, Melon, and Yama. And he is bringing that car into play. Boomer rockets in, does get one, but that's all it's going to find. We'll keep the camera back behind the Survivors as he is just relocating to avoid chip. Rocket coming. Not going to land, of course. Spawns are not up to help. Don't know if Manzano's going to try to play a little bit of rock or is content with going in with these set of spawns. Charger isn't terrible here because the Charger can rocket in. See if Fear Factory chooses to get rid of it or they're content. Alright, Manzano looks like he's going to make his way in. He's taking a decent amount of chip, though. He's down a little bit more than 600. Getting his car in play. Alright, this is his commit. 4,500 HP. Misses a punch on the car. Tries to pop it over. Just going to abandon it. Down to 3K. Now he's going to go back for it again. The Charger comes in. The Charger lands a 2 charge. Rock goes on to Rochelle. Charger is now cleared. Gets another punch onto Rochelle. Another punch. 1,800 HP. He misses his punch on the car. Oh, the car does not land favorably, and that will be a dead tank. He will not get the in cap, but they'll pop pills early.
Reloading.
But since Loki already popped a set of pills, that DB suffers quite a bit. Down 28%. 2 set of pills down. 45% of the HP is exhausted. And now they have to come up around the next choke point, which probably won't have the most favorable set of spawns for Fear Factory. Being a 2-2 with a Jockey and the Hunter. They're going to go now. They try to get the guy outside. And the Hunter finds his target. And there's a Jock in the back. I think the Spitter gets picked. don't see the spit damage, but that turns out to be I can't talk right. A lot of damage going on to the survivors from that 2-2. Unfortunately for Rochelle, not able to get the skeet onto that hunter.
Reloading.
They still had 52% of the bonus, which is 572, which is very high for Passifice 1. A little bit more than 50%. Now they find an extra set of pills. Additional 25 points. And another set of pills, so they go up 50. And that'll take them back over 600. Which is about exactly what they had after they killed the tank.
Nick, I know that was you shooting me.
So with the extra set of pills, it's almost like they've taken no damage post-tank. And now they have a tri-cap wood spit, charger, jockey, smoker. And all right, here comes the final SI attack.
Safe room back here.
Respawns up top. Pretty traditional. Smokers now spawn. They're going to run back towards it. The charger grabs the survivor chasing down the smoker. And they land the charge spit, which gets about an additional 70 points, taking it down to 555.
Reloading.
And that's still a pretty impressive score from Judgment, putting up a first chapter score of 1,552. I thought it was 56, but 52.
Smoker!
Now we flip sides. Second half of map 1 about to begin. As soon as the infected get in position. Should see it ready up momentarily. Or in any minute, more like it. Got to talking about what they want to do with this opening shot. And alright, here we go. Second half of map 1. 1052, a by Judgment. Now Fear Factory's chance. Hunter pre-spawns above them making noise. They're now wary of where it is. Charger changing locations, falls off the roof. Smoker wants to pull from the front, and good separation for the infected team. And here they go, and that boomer lands, but they get melted and focused down by the survivors. And that'll be a pretty clean take by Fear Factory. They take a little bit less damage than Judgment did. A little less than 1%. 1.6 to be exact, and they are holding the W key. They are inside the souvenir shop before their last spawn timers at 9. They're going to get through this choke point. The spinner cannot do anything solo. And this is a great job by Fear Factory pushing through. Forcing Judgment to change their spawn location to be not as advantageous as it would have been in that hallway. Trying to find where this charger is located. We're just going to go right there. The charger does land. The spit will land. Hunter's going to body block. And he does keep Nick in the spit, and Nick will be slow. Manzano down to 39 exactly. He won't pop pills, though, and they will be able to get down this alley choke point and pass this car alarm. And actually, I eat my words, and he eats his pills. So we trade tit for tat there. Gets past that car alarm as Boomer is up, and it turned out to be a smart call. They don't have to worry about the car alarm. They can get the tank up and get into a more favorable position to take this tank fight. And they're going to get a pullback. This charger comes from another zip code. The jockey will land on NF for about 9 damage. Well, they M2 the Boomer, and that will also get boomed on. And this will be the first tank, a 4-team Judgment in the hands of Melon. And right now, Chris is playing super aggressive, trying to get some chip on this tank, and decides to back off as he gets his car immediately into play. And the tank chooses to back off, keeping full 6k HP. Gonna play a little rock here. They're gonna go in with a tri-cap. Smoker lands. Rock lands, more important though. And so will the Hunter, but it's kind of a rolling going in. Charger just goes Fist City and does pretty good damage, getting NF slow. Alright, so they eat a rock onto NF. They have 2 survivors slow. Bonus at 756. There's only about 200-point difference right now on bonus, and the tank is still alive. So right now,
Nice.
as I would say, before the tank commits, it's in favor of Judgment. The Jockey pre-spawns. Here comes the Boomer. The Boomer gets popped, though. The Jockey and Hunter team up. They get a stumble cap. The rock is not going to land, though, and I think Melon's going to try to hold Rage here. Oh, Chris is super aggressive for Chip. Trying to make the tank LOS himself. It looks like Melon wants to possibly play at least one more rock. And this will be the third opportunity for damage from this special infected onto Fear Factory right now as they get their spawns above. Charger is now up. Charger rockets in. Here comes the Smoker. The Boomer comes in late. He lands a 2-boom. The rock doesn't find a target, though. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. He's trying to cause a distraction. The commons are coming in late. They are not quite here yet. And now the commons are coming in from the back. And from above. I think he's going to start making his way in. He's going to have a tri-cap and commons from the rear. This is in favor of Judgment a lot, but his car goes out of play and does not find anybody. He was close to finding Chris. He's down to 2,500 HP. Charger misses. Jockey has not found a target yet. The Hunter lands. The tank gets a 2 punches and an in cap. Another punch onto Rochelle. He is down to 1,400 HP. He misses his punch, and that should be a dead tank after one more punch onto Rochelle.
Watch out.
And phenomenal tank coming out by Judgment. And Fear Factory manages to survive, but nobody's going to be green. Zyko's going to be slow. No matter what, they're going to be slow. Nothing they can do about it.
I'm tired.
Stay with us.
Ammo is low on the Uzis as well, but they should be able to get to ammo before the next tank spawn. Bonus sitting at 285. Boomer gets popped in the doorway. Looks like that was just more so a sack for a new set of spawns.
Ammo.
Pre-spit, but the Hunter wasn't quite ready to capitalize.
Reloading.
Now there'll be no Hunter Spitter.
You're falling apart.
It'll be Charger, Jockey,
I'll
Smoker,
take the
Boomer.
shotgun.
Keep it up. Keep it up. You gonna make
They
it.
do have 2 more sets of pills coming up, so
Reloading.
that's an additional 50 points.
Reloading.
But right now, most of the points is really going to sit on DB at 55%. So I think if they're the infected, you focus on everybody but Chris right now. Just get that DB gone. Charger gets melted. Jockey finds nothing. The Boomer finds a target, and it was a 2-2 actually, which was quite strange. I thought the Hunter and Spitter died off at the end. But no damage comes of that. And they will be able to get to the pill spawn.
Reloading.
And only have to take one more set of spawns unless an in cap goes down onto Zyko. Here comes the pull into NF. Gets cleared right away. Kind of threw away their quad there. Judgment getting a little antsy.
Reloading.
And here it comes. The Charger comes in. They get the in cap. Jockey lands for a little bit of damage. They cannot clear it.
You are shooting me.
I can use a hand
Come on,
here.
get up.
And they have 2 sets of pills over here. And they're not going to grab the pills. They leave 50 points in the tent. Let's see how important those 50 points come to play later.
Safe room back here.
But it looks like it's going to be about a 300-point lead. A little bit more than that, depending on what the final hit gets here. 2-2. Charger, Smoker. Here comes the Charger. Finds a target, but it's cleared quickly. And the Boomer and Spitter will die off last, but they will not be able to get that quad attempt. And they will walk into safe room with 228 bonus. I think it's going to be, yep, 228. A chapter score of 728 to Judgment's 1,052. After one chapter. So what does chat think? Who do you think's in favor so far? You think Fear Factory's coming back? Or do you think Judgment's going to fly with this? Get a couple opinions of the players. Posted in there what you think. As we go into map 2, another pretty mid-tank spawn. 46%. Pretty sure we're going to see this in the street.
I keep hoping we find
in front of whatever club this is over here. I don't remember what exactly it's called. I don't think we'll get there before NFF readies up. No, we won't.
Let's get to the street.
Map 2 of Passifice. Also a few map changes here. Probably make it a little bit more easier for the Survivor team. And the Charger, very interesting spawn location. Fear Factor being patient, as well as Judgment just clearing out the commons. Yama is their front player. Boomer can pre-spawn, but they're not going to get much out of it. Here goes the early pull, but it pulls the back one. They get a rolling 2-cap. The Charger is just punching the crap out of Nick. 4, 5, and a charge. Melon gets destroyed. Lose 75 HP. Has to pop a set of pills already. And that is 16% of the bonus gone already in just one attack. A little bit less to be exact if we're keeping proper count. It's 15.6. But just about 16%. Good turnaround for Fear Factory after losing map 1. As Judgment gets inside very quickly. Good job on holding W, not allowing Fear Factory to get another set of spawns as they enter inside the Jazz Club. Now, if they choose to go the bottom route, the distance will go up normally. If they go up top, the distance will not go up normally. Hunter will land. Spit will land. Jockey will get a scratch and get M2'd. And now they've officially opened the DB as Melon has to eat another set of pills. And they're going to sack for a quad. But I don't know if they get the opportunity. Or no, actually, no, Spitter's going to try to stay alive and hold it. And gets out barely. And they drop in cleanly. Into the streets, yep, next to the Jazz Live Club.
Reloading.
Nell should hit on the back too. Here it comes. Smoker gets a pull. The Charger misses it, hits a pull himself. The Hunter goes for the people in the front. A little misplay from Fear Factory there. I think maybe if they all focused the back ones, it might have been a little bit more opportunity for damage, but those darn pulls get in the way, and unfortunately the Charger is not going to capitalize on any more damage before tank. And now we have the second tank of the game for Fear Factory in the hands of Chris. As Survivors retreat back to the street area, pretty standard. They check the set of pills, and they do get an extra set, so they're back up to 3. Spit block goes out. Don't know if the tank's going to be able to get up here and block them off, or if he wants to. No, he is not. They'll be able to retreat. And see if they want this Boomer or not, as Chimmy is looking to keep pressure on this tank, not allowing him to come forward. Boomer finds a spawn. Charger's gonna stack too. Alright, so they want a Hunter, Smoker, and a Jockey for this. And Chris will probably start rolling it in right around 30%, which should give NF enough time to get in place for an early pull, though. He might have to trade a little HP if he wants here. Nope, he's just making his way in. You know he can wait for a second. NF's got to get in position quickly. Chris is down to 20%, 15%. There goes the early pull. He gets the corner early. He's down to 3,500 HP. He gets another punch onto Loki. Second punch over the van, though. He gets another punch, but onto Chimmy. He switches onto Nick now. Hunter gets cleared off, so does the Smoker. He makes a punch onto Coach now. And he spreads the love, punching every survivor, and some of them twice, totaling 7 hits. So he punches everybody once and 2 survivors twice. Or 3 survivors twice. So a pretty good spread of the damage coming out from Chris's tank, down to 35.9%. But that's still 550 points. That's still quite a bit, but they do have 50% of the map to go through yet. So Fear Factory has opportunity for damage, and Judgment needs to tighten it up to hold on to these points to further the lead and stay fast for the rest of this map. Boomer gets one. And I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a stack.
Hey, I'm reloading. Reloading.
All right, we get to the stairs.
Down the stairs.
Who wants to jump first?
Now they come up to a big choke point here. If they can take this one well, they won't have many more they really have to worry about. All right, Rochelle drops first. Charger takes Rochelle. They don't get the clear. The charge spit lands. And that will be an in cap onto low key. And they just accept the in cap. They'll be able to be faster for a little while longer, but only while Melon bleeds from that 62, or if either of the green survivors take another slap, or 2 slaps, more like it. Yama can only get punched twice by a common or 1 SI to be slow.
I'm a reload.
They can only find 1 more set of pills. They found 1 already. Boomer lands. Smoker lands. All right, they're all fast. That's pretty much what they needed. Fear Factory not able to get anybody slow. And that is exactly what Judgment wants. They're going to be able to get up the next ladder.
Reloading.
Start the next part of this event. And get going.
Reloading.
Boomer's going to sack itself, and it looks like the special infected are content with waiting at the end of the sewer.
Reloading.
Back in the water.
Now here comes one of the darkest tunnels in L4D. You can't really see in here. We'll zip it down to the other side. Here you go, probably the last hit of this chapter. And luckily for Judgment, they get all the way down.
Ladder.
And they're going to wait up top.
Pay attention, there's armor around.
Oh, they're baiting this out. Hunter gets skeeted. Jockey. Charger gets melted. Jockey gets melted as well, and no damage will come of it.
This is not going well.
A lot of people not very happy with the change of this map at the end, but nonetheless, they'll walk in with 20.5% of their bonus. And that will be Judgment putting up 2K after 2 maps on Passifice. 1,016 for map 2. And it's a good start for them to try to stay in the winner bracket, as Fear Factory switches sides to their infected round. And they got a little bit of work cut out for them.
We gotta find a way to get that bridge up. No way I'm leaving that car behind.
You'll be back with her soon enough.
As we go live to the second half of map 2 of Passifice. Rochelle is going to take front shotgun, aka Manzano. And it looks like Zyko is the second shotgun, which means Chris and NF will be Uzi. Chris looks like he's going to play back. NF going to play middle. 2 shotguns playing points. Respawn Hunter to the left. Let's see if they try to do the pull forward and go Fist City with their Charger and Smoker at the same time.
I hear a boomer.
As they navigate to the side, Smoker gets a pull. Charger going Fist City. Doesn't get as much, but still takes a good amount of damage on him. And Zano down to 54 HP.
Reloading.
Reloading.
As he makes his way down Jules Crawfish, past the tattoo parlor, the liquor store, and through the pool hall.
Will you
I'll
cut
take the
that shit
shotgun.
out?
As they are about to end the Red Bar Light Cafe.
Ammo here.
Spawns look like they can get above. Will they make a play? No, they're just going to relocate. They're content with staying inside. Some of the map changes on the roof. They're not so keen as hitting the survivors as they go in. I see if Fear Factory will stay in. Looks like they're going to take the high route.
Up the stairs.
No, they're going to go low route.
Hey, into the club, guys.
Oh, the Charger misses his spawn. Hunter's coming from the back. The Hunter gets the stumble. And they'll get a little bit of spit damage, so that'll be another hit in. 80.3% bonus remains, so they're averaging about 10% per hit. They get upstairs, and Rochelle is not wasting any time, and Zano is setting the pace for his team. But he's got to be careful. He is now separated, which spawns up. And he quickly realizes and comes back and regroups with his team.
Reloading.
Here we go.
Boomer, Smoker, Jockey, Hunter, last hit before tank. I don't know if they're going to wait for the run back. They might just go for damage to see if they can do it and get another set of spawns quickly before they get back, I think. And here it comes. Jockey coming from the back. Hunter coming in for scratches. Gets melted down. The Boomer will find one. Smoker gets a pull forward, but it's self-cleared. You just get a little bit of chip there onto the survivors. Get them down to 78.8. As this will be the second tank of the game for Judgment in the hands of Jimmy. And Fear Factory wasting no time getting outside before spawns can intervene on that retreat. Alright, all the special infected are going to remain behind them. I do think we'll see a Charger go in to kill itself. Either that or they get one attack and then sack again, but they need to go now if their idea is doing that. And their time is ticking before they won't have favorable spawns. And now it's just, I don't even know if they can go anymore. If they chance throwing in that Charger and they get a Boomer, they won't have what they want. And now there's no early pull for this tank. And they might have to sacrifice an SI just to get a corner. See how much that comes into play for the special infected. And to see if it will benefit Fear Factory not having that pool coming against them. All right, he's rolling in. 70% frustration, not letting any more bleed. He's down to 3,400 after first reload. He chases him off the van. He lands his first rock. The Charger misses. The Hunter lands. He gets a punch. He misses his second punch. And that was not the tank Judgment was looking for.
Reloading.
And the special infected just not are able to help the tank at all. The Charger misses. The Jockey just ends up jumping around. The Hunter lands. They get 2 punches off of it. And Fear Factory now set to take a lead if they can hold on to this bonus of 1,043. And also, see if Judgment knows that they didn't do great with that tank. How they keep their morale and momentum going in their favor. They were doing good with the SI so far. Let's see if they can keep the damage on with a 2-2 Hunter Smoker or a retro attack accompanied by the Spitter for the old school player. And it looks like it's just a straight quad sack. I mean, I understand, but if you're going to go for a quad sack, you might as well just kill off the Smoker and Hunter. And they're going to pre-spawn down there. And they're going to go. And they're going to get pounced, and they're going to send it in one at a time. And that's what I was talking about, momentum right now in Fear Factory's hands. I think Judgment could have just waited. There were still massive amounts of comment on them. But nonetheless, now they'll have 2-2 Jockey Charger. Charger comes in, gets melted. As all of a sudden, Judgment are going one at a time. Now it'll be a quad stack. But I would have to honestly say a little bit of questionable SI play following tank on Judgment's side. They have managed to get about 150 bonus off of them. But it's just been with 2 infected. They haven't been going in with full hit of 4 in a while. This will be the first time and probably the last hit they get unless they can do a massive amount of damage here.
Reloading.
They're going to go here. They get spawns up. And it's just not going to add up to anything. It'll be a 2 cap. That'll get about 50 points of damage.
Reloading.
Oh, hell. Back in the water.
And they will be able to get through the tunnel all the way. And now the only thing they have to worry about will be a charger, boomer, spitter, and whatever that last set of spawn that last spawn will be. Boomer pops. Actually, no, it was hunter, jockey, spitter. I was wrong. We'll get 16 points out of that boomer though with a little friendly fire. Hunter gets shut down. Spit's gonna go for a delay. Spitter should retreat to the safe room. Oh, nope. Charger comes from the back and lands, but gets no slam. And the spitter will die off. So they'll get an additional 50 points from the stairs. But Fear Factory will make safe room and take the lead for the first time of this match with a chapter score of 1,500, which is 51.9% of the score. And we'll put them at 2,228 to Judgment's 2,068. And so far we have a lead change on both chapters. As we go into the next chapter of the tournament match, we switch over to Sacrifice. Sacrifice 1 and 2 will be played. That completes the Passifice, which is the passing 1 and 2, Sacrifice 1 and 2, and then Sacrifice map 3, which is just not played in competitive play, and especially on the Sacrifice because there is 3 tanks, and nobody wants to fight 3 tanks. It's not good for competitive Left 4 Dead. Alright, Chris is now wary of his mistake. Goes back to his team. And now we wait for Chris to get in position or for whatever they want to do with their survivor play. Now there is another change to this map as well, which we'll go over after the first hit, which will be a 2-2. Jockey and the Hunter will be the 2 cappers to maximize the damage on the first hit.
Weapons over here.
I'm pretty doubtful on a quad sack at this moment. Odds are probably not the best. Hunter pre-spawn to the right over here, behind the wall. Hunter's coming in. Does not find a target. The Jock will. And actually, I will eat my words. They will land a triple boom, which will be a 2 followed by a 1 proxy on the Bill. And that will give them a quad sack after doing 1% damage. They have 1,090 points bonus left. This is 500 distance on this map, so 1,000 points will be the bonus. They go through the underpass. And now they have a quad to take as Fear Factory want to get out in the open quickly and not allow them to get set up. The Charger misses his spawn. The Smoker goes too early. And the Special Infected throw away the quad. As the Charger comes in late and doesn't even get any damage.
Reloading.
So Chimmy was a little out of... I don't know if he missed his rocket spawn, but he was behind the building going to the other rooftop. I don't think he knew he had time. But either way, Fear Factory will get to the tank with only losing 1.1% bonus. Which is phenomenal for the survivors right now. Alright, now we're going to have a little game with opening up this door.
Do we really want to open that door? Please say no. Psst, go for the one.
Comes the boomer. And that's going to be a 2 boom. He's going to get this open unless the Jockey comes in. And he's just going to commit right away onto Fear Factory. The jockey lands, but he punches him too far away. He gets nothing from that. There goes an early pull. He throws a rock. He's at 800 HP, and the tank is dead. I didn't even realize how Fear Factory focused that so well. And he gets 89 damage out of that, though, which isn't terrible, but what a turn of events for Judgment that did not go in the favor, and Manzano's kind of puzzled as well. It was a great boom, but he just had no support.
Passifice.
And they focused him so well.
Reloading.
I didn't even see how fast his HP went down. Charger comes from the front, misses. The Hunter lands a DP, I believe. I didn't see how much it was, and it didn't register. No, it didn't say. I'm pretty sure that was a DP. Bonus is down to 72.1. 790 bonus left, which is monstrous still for this map. They find an extra set of pills. It will pop onto Zyko, gets him fast.
Reloading.
What a tank play.
Why are you shooting me?
Nice.
Look out!
Boomer and Spit. Looks like it's going to be a quad stack at this point. And they'll have one more set of spawns to deal with. This will be the last hit. They still have over 70% bonus, which is 786. Still quite a lot if you ask me.
Reloading.
Watch your ass!
And they are getting into a more advantageous spot to take this quad. Trying to block as much as they can.
Reloading.
Reloading! There's a safe place up
I'm
ahead.
reloading.
Here it goes. Hunter is now pre-spawn. They're sending it in. There goes the pole. It's not going to land. Hunter gets skeeted. Charger's the only thing that lands. What a huge skeet coming out by Zyko. And they will walk into safe room with a humongous bonus of 732. Chapter score 1,232. And campaign score 3,406. What a bonus. As we go on to map 3, or the second half of map 3. Fear Factory put up a very big bonus. Judgment with their back on the wall now. They're going to have to at least match it. They'll have another chapter, which is worth quite a bit of bonus. This one not so much at 500, but they do need to at least match the bonus that Fear Factory put in fear of going down even more. Pre-spawn Boomer. Hunter finds a target, so will the Spitter. Jockey will jock Nick in the Spit. Actually take him out, and that will be 4%, and they get the whole W.
I'm reloading.
I don't know quite 100% the sack order.
Bridge is blocking
Don't know
the
if Fear
harbor.
Factory went quad or not. I think it's tri-cap. Tri-cap with Boom. No jockey. And they're going quick. The Charger rockets in. The Charger finds its target solo. The Hunter finds someone in the back. And this is not what Judgment needed. And that Charger is going to almost get an in cap on the Melon. And right now, momentum is absolutely in favor for Fear Factory. They have already taken 20% of the bonus down with their opening 2 hits. First hit wasn't as much. The second hit was much more.
Weapons over here.
First was 4. Second was 16%. Now they're going to have to take one probably at the event / tank spawn. I don't think they want to leave the tank with no spawns to protect them.
Okay, so I'm gonna get ready with some fire. Incoming!
Comes the jockey. And they are doing a great job on saving this tank's life. This tank's gonna get out the back with no damage. Boomer will land, Smoker will land too. So this tank will get out safe. And they play no aggression at all. And Zyko gets out with full 6,000 HP with the third tank of the game for Fear Factory. Beautiful job done. There's a live Smoker with the tank for some reason. Okay, they're going for a hit. Charger lands on the same target the Smoker does. He gets a slam. The cart almost hits Chimmy. And they don't get a rock out of it, but they're getting some good amount of damage. And they have almost already beaten the bonus. Fear Factory taking them almost under what they had. There's 50 points that separate the teams right now. And they are going to have to pop a set of pills, so there's 25 points now. Jockey comes in, gets M2'd and killed. The Boomer comes in and lands a triple boom! And the tank looks like he's going to roll in with this. Chimmy's not popped his pills and is now in capped because nobody has gave him pills. Actually, he's not in capped. But Chimmy pops and is already bleeding at 49. And Zyko trades a couple hundred HP for that punch. But they don't care. They have already won the chapter. Hunter spawn coming from the back. Charger coming from the front. Trying to B-hop. Doesn't land it. The rock comes out and narrowly misses Bill.
I feel awful.
Tried to get a rock on Chimmy. Chimmy is not going to let it happen. As he tries for chip. Trading for rage. And I don't see a situation where Zyko commits this. And they are not doing the greatest job blocking spawns either. Boomer gets a spawn on the other side of the boat. Hunter's pouncing around trying to give the opportunity for the Smoker to spawn. Will they land this rock? They try to get a Smoker pull onto Zoe. They'll get a ding on that onto Zoe. And now the bonus at 579. Zyko trades a couple hundred HP for rage, but it looks like he's going to drop to second pass now. Still first. Nope. Okay, now he's second. And Judgment right now just... They're going to send attack in again. The Charger's going to land. The rock is really close, but the Boomer's successful. 2 slams. 3 slams. Zyko is getting his car into play. 30% frustration. As he cuts off Chimmy. It's 3,800 HP. Another punch to Chimmy. And he gets 2 in cap. 3 in caps go down. And that's going to be a wipe going on to Judgment. And Fear Factory has now taken a commanding lead of this match with over 1K. 1,157 is now the difference.
It's not gonna get any. Guys, this is it.
And it's going to come down to, I just don't think Judgment was LOSing enough. And I think it comes down to the tank play on that one map where their tank just was unable to get a corner. They didn't have the right spawn rotation. Their SI just kind of fluttered downward from them. The morale just completely switched in favor for Fear Factory. And Fear Factory held down the gas key without looking back. It's all about getting your chips together, regrouping, and getting your positive state going with your team and landing those cappers in a successful manner. And seeing that tank at 83% is not what you want if you're a Judgment fan. It looks like Fear Factory might lock this up because they're going to get an additional couple hundred points just from the distance alone on this tank spawn. As the retro attack is accompanied by the spitter yet again. That hunter is getting wrecked. Boomer gets 2. Smoker goes for a pull forward, doesn't land it. Hunter gets skeeted. Respit will get a ding or 2. And the Smoker will clear up at the end, and that will be no Smoker, no Spitter. Charger Jockey Hunter Boomer incoming. And here's another change of this map, which is a one-way go. Means you ain't going back during this tank fight no more. Jockey's the first spawn up, Charger shortly after, Boomer then. And that final spawn will be a Hunter.
Reloading.
Reloading!
I'm reloading.
Survivors take their time now. They know
Grabbing a machine gun.
Guess I'll
they
try the
control the
shotgun.
momentum of this game. And now, which is pretty standard, with the Hunter relocating, they're definitely going to hit on the transition of this building. I think Fear Factory might fake run in and retreat out, just to focus down spawns.
Reloading!
Weapons here.
And here comes Charger rockets in, and they melt the Charger. Nothing else helps them, and not even this pre-spawn Hunter.
The hunter's on Zoe!
Does land on Chris for a little bit of damage. I think it was a slight DP, probably in the single digits somewhere, as the server does not want to share with us. Fear Factory gets out of the building, past the big rig, taking the right route up towards the trees. Spawns are getting above them right now. Jockey is up to the right. And Fear Factory has slowed down. They're going to clear out the commons before they advance. They know spawns are up. They know it's a decent hit as well. Tri-cap, no Hunter. Spitter. They're going to go for a pull in the back. The Charger does land. The Spitter is in another zip code for whatever reason we don't know, and is not going to be successful. Smoker tries to maximize on that spit, but gets cleared before it's able to reach. And now Fear Factory has come up on 50% map progression with 1,411 points. Here is another area that has changed. A lot more spots to dodge hittables, because there are so many the tank can bring into play. And now they have a 2-2 with the Charger and the Hunter.
Boomer! Boomer!
Boomer gets one, but does get popped early. Hunter goes for the same target as the Charger at first, but eventually latches on to Chris. Chris gets cleared pretty quickly. Survivors can navigate around the spit. They'll take a couple of percentage damage from that one, getting them below 90, down to 88.7. And more likely than none, we will see Fear Factory wait out this event at the bottom of the hill
Grabbing a machine gun.
as they get Jockey Smoker, Charger, Boomer. Boomer's going to go in by himself, and the rest of the spawns should wait patiently.
Heads up! Reloading!
And indeed, they retreat back. They're ready for them to rush, but they're not gonna. And it's gonna be a quad try. Does Fear Factory know it and run back in that house? And they are not gonna go in the house. They're gonna take the quad out in the open. I think the Smoker pulls Bill in the back for sure. And it looks like they're gonna let them clear out all these commons. They're not going to go for a quad try with the common infected. They're going to try to do as much damage as they can on top of this hill. And now know where the Hunter is coming from. The Jockey is changing his spawn location. being super patient with this. And here comes the Charger. Lost his spawn. The Charger waited too long, and he is not going to be able to help with his team. He is going to land the charge. They'll get the in cap onto NF.
Whoa, nice shot.
As the bait timer goes off, and the commons will come in to not do too much of a hindrance, though.
We gotta get moving. Let me get
They get NF up. Spitter is up. Don't know if they can pull NF back down. Smoker's not in the right spot, but all spawns are blocked, so. No quad, but they get an in cap. They salvage an in cap from the charge.
Stop shooting me.
Smoker!
Something ain't working right.
Jockey distracts for the one boom.
Reloading.
As they get onto the tanker and get that final tank of the tournament matchup in any moment.
Over here.
Fear Factory is about to surpass 4K before even spawning the tank. Going to go for quick damage. Charger lands. Spitter gets picked though. Jockey latches on.
Guess I'll try the shotgun.
I'm not.
They now have 3 shotguns.
Weapon over here.
Alright, they're re-ammoing their Uzis, so they have enough Uzis.
Reloading. Smoker.
I'm going to go 2-2 here. 2 shotguns, 2 Uzis. As Low-Key has the final tank of the game for their tournament match for his team. As he retreats back down the half-sunken tanker. Shipping tanker, whatever you want to call this thing. As he's bringing hittables in. Charger gets a nice separation and gets a slam onto Chris. Chris giving some free damage. I mean, it is really hard to get these dumpsters into play. If he does get a dumpster, I'll be so shocked. Nope, that goes into the water. And that goes into the water.
Smoker.
Smoker goes for a ledge hang. Not going to get it. But I respect the fact that he tried. They're not doing much shit with the Uzis from that far away as the tank is content. He's losing rage now. He needs to start making his way over there.
Jockey!
The boomer will land. Hunter will get skeeted. As now he is forced to go in with no support. I mean, he really doesn't have a choice here. And here he goes. He's already down to 3K. His support is just up. He jumps over one side. 1400 HP. He gets a punch. Smoker lands. Hunter gets skeeted. Charger misses. And that will be all the tank damage Low-Key can get, which is one punch.
Weapons here.
Fear Factory did a beautiful job on the tank play. They take a little bit of damage though from the SI, getting the bonus down to 617. But they are about to walk in with 4.5K for Passifice, which that is nothing to sneeze at. Pretty difficult to put up 4K in any tournament, I would say, on a neutral server.
I think I really hurt something.
Reloading.
Spawns are enough to keep the survivors from pushing. Alright, they're gonna go now. Hunter gets skeeted. Spitter goes out. The jockey latches onto a survivor in the spit. And Zyko will lose massive amount of HP there. That'll take him all the way down to 519 bonus. But
That fits.
They should be able to walk in. NF is a little slow. But I think they get one more set of spawns. But just not in the most favorable positions.
We're near a safe
They're going to have to come around from corners, maybe rocket around a corner. Boomer comes from behind, gets popped.
really hurt, people.
Charger spawns. Does land onto NF. They'll get an in cap. Hunter goes for a scratch.
Okay, let's get you.
And that is it.
Shit.
They'll get the pickup. Will they still hit 5K? Yes, they will.
Come on, everybody.
They will walk in with 4,604. I didn't mean 5K. I meant 4.5. And now let's do a little math. Let's see if it is possible for Judgment to mount this comeback. 2,100 points is possible. That'll be the distance in points alone. So if we add
Zoe,
2,100 points,
you're
that'll put
mad
them
at
at
I really don't.
4,400, an additional 35 points per pill, which is another 140.
I'm not ready to give up on everything yet.
So 2,240 is what they can add, and I don't know if that is going to be enough. I think it just takes one hit from anything. Spit, pull, capitalize onto Zoe. Followed up by a smoker scratch onto Chimmy. He coming out by low key. And the boomer landing on two survivors did slow down their march pretty well. Looks like they'll have spawns up. The hunter, I don't know, do they go here? They're going to. The jockey lands. The charger is successful on setting himself on fire by hitting the oil pan, while Chimmy is getting wrecked by a hunter all the way in the front.
Reloading.
I'm reloading. Weapons here.
They're going to grab melee. They'll be able to get inside before the next set of spawns are up, though. But they did take another additional hit before they got to this area. So due to the fact that they took that hit, they should get another one on the transition of this building out of the top floor offices. Boomer's going to pre-spawn, just calling them to slow down a little bit. They find one set of pills. Melon pops.
Nice shot.
Boomer is hunted down. Charger and Smoker try to team up, but they're not going to be able to help that Spitter.
Weapons over here.
As the Spitter retreats and holds his spawn, there will be a 2-2. Boomer will be included in the next hit as they pass by the car alarm without an ESI to stop them. It's going to be a jockey and hunter for the two cappers.
Over the ship. Reloading.
Boomer doesn't get anything. Now let's see if Fear Factory throws in their 3, or they're content with waiting for Manzano to come up in the next additional 10 seconds.
Reloading.
Jockey pre-spawn to the left of the survivors. Let's say Hunter wants to come from behind as well. Smoker rockets from the front, and that will be a self-clear on the Smoker. The Hunter lands, and so does the Jockey, but just not at the same time. More so like just like one at a time, really slow. Unfortunately, the Jockey just wasn't able to latch on at the same time. They'll find the extra set of pills, which Chimmy does get passed by his teammate. And here we go. The event is started. They retreat down to the back. They'll take the horde out here. Boomer finds 2 of the survivors. And now they have 3 cappers to make a play. And I think they hold. Looks like they're thinking about going. Nope. Okay, they're going to relocate.
Reloading.
And now it is a quad try for Fear Factory on top of the Salt Hill. Couple commons still coming in the back. Bill's a little separated now. It's a huge separation. Infected not making a play on it, but they notice it. Here goes the smoker pull. Charger misses. Smoker gets self-cleared. And the jockey's going to just go in and die. And that will be SI spawns down. Bonus still at 1,030. Very high for Team Judgment.
Weapons here.
And here will be the final tank of this tournament match in the hands of NF Meister for Fear Factory. Spitter's going into sack. It's actually an AI Spitter. Charger will land. Rock will not. Tank's going to go over and take Chimmy. Punches Chimmy once. Incap onto Chimmy. Misses his punch onto Zoe, though. Cuts off Zoe very well. Another punch onto Zoe. 1,600 HP. Smoker fails hitting a target. Hunter is pouncing around. Tank is down to 300 HP. Smoker pull in the front. And now he's just going to guard. As the jockey comes in to clear it, and that's going to be a wipe on the Judgment. The GGs go out, and that will be Fear Factory getting the W. 4,604 to 2,819 for Judgment.